hopefully you can hear me today. I just forgot to do a step, but it's been like the week from hell for 100 different reasons. But I managed to get back on tonight, and I'm gonna dive into Pocono. I made some adjustments, and my fastest lap was a 53.6, and as you can see here, the goal time is a 52.8, so it kind of means that they're probably gonna race at about a 53.3, 4, somewhere in there. So I'm probably not going to win this race unless it's on strategy. But I need to. Pocono is a very tough track. It's 3 different turns from 3 different classic tracks. I know Trenton is one of them, which I believe is turn 3. Indianapolis is turn 2, which is, funny enough, my best turn here. And I think turn 1 is from somewhere else. But turn 1 is kind of similar to a lot of tracks. But the problem is if you set up to go fast through turn 1, you're going to be terrible through turn 2 and 3. If you set up for turn 2, you're not going to be as good through 1 and 3. If you set up for turn 3, you're not going to be as good at 2 and 1. So you gotta make a compromise. And the thing that I get is, if you're best in turn 3, that's the longest straightaway, so that's important. If you're best in turn 1 out of turn 1, well, that's important because you get the second longest straightaway there. But if you're good in turn 2 and you're decent in turn 1, you can go half the track. And kind of the same thing if you're decent in 3 and you're decent in 1. You know, that's most of the track. So it's all about, you know what you can do and at the different parts of the track. I'm okay all around. I'm not very happy with the car anywhere on the track except the straightaways. But the more laps you put in, the more you race, the more the more I can figure out, the more data goes into my head, the more I can figure out what I really need to do to kill this speed here. So I'm like nothing better than to get under a 52.7. But we'll also talk about driving the track too, because that's a big part of just not wrecking here. Setting the car up so that you can drive it is probably the most important thing. Pocono, for some reason, lends itself to gas mileage. So there is a big bonus if you get good gas mileage here in longer races. In real life, that's a huge thing. As of course most tracks have become fuel mileage tracks in real life. We're in the Xfinity car today, so I don't worry about it because I'm more worried about driving. I didn't hit the brake. I don't worry about it because I can save gas here if I need to. I have good gearing if I need to save gas. I'm way too slow. But the track changes from practice to qualifying. And I don't race here that much, even though I love the track. It's just everybody else hates it, so you don't always see Pocono on a league schedule. Oh, I just totally screwed this lap. Probably be 20th or worse. Yep, I'm like half a second off on fast. 15th is not bad. So what it says is, even though we're at in this championship, there's no championship mode on Heat 4. So we're at 105 strength for the AI, 52.7. Okay, so if I'm looking I'm seeing, yeah, I probably have about a top 10 car, maybe. Top 15. But it all depends on how the race goes, and because strategy is going to be such a big part. Well, it could be. We'll see how it goes. I'm not even looking. There we go. Good timing. Okay, so we gained a spot because somebody had an issue. As you can see, we might have a slow car lap time wise, but we don't have a slow car. Oh, yeah. I hate when they do that. Too wide, that's okay. So the big thing is that a lot of the tracks that I race at on sim racing is, especially in the Heat series, is getting the left rear tire to engage and add grip and contribute to handling. Otherwise, you're pretty much just on 3 tires most of the time. I mean, not really, but yeah, you're not getting enough benefit from the left rear. And this is one of those tracks that could definitely be a plus. I hate dive bombers. I changed the gear here already, but I can see maybe I can change it again. Yeah, I knew we were through. See, if we were too wide, I wouldn't have hit anybody. But they go 3 wide here on these games all the time. See how slow they are? In practice, I wasn't lower than 150 until I was like 15, 20 laps in. Who's leading? Red in the 2? I don't know. Well, on the chip, I know I'm fast. Okay. See how we're pulling away from them? That's good. So if we get some clear track, we're not going to finish in the top 15. We'll probably finish in the top 5. I see him. I don't hit the brake to enter the turns. I hit the brake if, like there, I was a little bit above the groove. I got a much better car than on paper. Yeah. I slid up because I blipped the gas and I lost all that momentum. This is definitely a momentum track. Yeah, it has a little bit of a weird wiggle over there in turn 2. See, he's next to me. His air was getting me loose. I just have to clear these cars, and I'm fairly confident I should be able to catch the leader. If my tires don't go away too soon. My 3% loose is something I have not experienced, but if you notice, my left front is wearing a little bit more than it should, so that's an easy fix. If I put some right front tire pressure in it, I put the right amount, that should clear that up, and that should actually help my handling a little bit. We're gonna have a pit stop, whether it be caution or not, because we got 50 laps and we only have about 35 laps in the tank. I wish he wasn't outside of me, but I hit the brake a little here because I didn't want to slide up. And he slid down, and I had to hit the brake anyway, so. See, I'm definitely a top 5 car, but we're all like, I'm very close to their speed, so if I am not perfect, or if I don't get some room, it's just going to be a back and forth like this. And that's if my handling doesn't go away. It hasn't yet, but it's looking like it's going to, so I really need it to. Oh, wow. Yeah, we're sliding. I'm not loose, but I've lost some side grip. And that's probably that right rear. Wow. It's so weird out. Like, you know, you can run 20 laps in practice with other cars on the track or test session. And then, you know, you don't have a problem, and then you get into the race, and like 5 laps in, or you have a problem. Welcome to heat. Yeah, so it's making me slide too much, which is making me not want to be as aggressive as I want to be. Yeah, I'm just got to catch up. I don't want to lose these guys. Yeah, see, it's just not handling. The handling just went completely away. From precise to, it's like I got, I don't know, 4 underinflated tires now. Tire temps are good. Tire temps aren't bad. You know, the right rear is a little hot because I'm loose, but see, I'm sliding up. A lot of people would diagnose that as tight, but that's not tight. That's loose. Well, the right rear is starting to spin, so it's sliding it sideways, and it's sliding it sideways. It's not turning. How do I know that? Because I have trouble on turn-in too, that I didn't have 5 laps ago. And you just look at the tire wear. Right rear 82, right front 84. Doesn't seem like a lot, but when you get these fast setups, very little will ruin your day. Now, some people also look and say, well, you know, the right front and the left rear are wearing less, so you can just add some wedge, which will put more weight on the right front and the left rear, but that'll also make it tighter in the turns. And you don't want that. You know, it's just one of those tracks. It's like you want it tight so you don't get too loose and spin out halfway through the run, but you need it to turn at the same time. It's like a lot of short tracks, you know, so just, you know, touching the wedge doesn't necessarily help you. See how I turn in, but it's not turning, and it's sliding me on the outside of the groove, where I have to tap the brake so I don't get into the wall. No, I don't lift when I'm tapping a brake. I tapped the brake there because I wanted to get lower. See, and I'm sliding. I'm sliding. You see the right front tire temp and the right rear tire temp are both going up. Yep, I'm sliding. I just fixed this. But that's like the millionth time I've been through this. That's why I race. That's why I do the races. Because car does act differently in the race. It's a flaw in the game, in my opinion. And you got to set it up for what it's doing in the race, not what it's doing in practice or in test session. You can get close. Like, we're close. I mean, look at You know, I qualified 15th, and I'm running 7th. So, we're not terrible. We're just a little bit off. Oh, and we got an early caution. Okay, I was just gonna say I don't really want an early caution. Okay, 36 laps. We can make it to the end without pitting. We're gonna take the tape down because we're gonna try a fuel run. And what are we doing here? Right front. Where were we? 70, right for 78, 73? Yeah, we'll go 4. We'll go 4. We'll leave everything else alone. Okay, so we'll probably have a couple laps under caution. Almost the rest of the field will have to pit. So if we don't have another caution, we will probably be only racing like those other guy or two. 36 laps, 36 laps. And I'm throwing it into 4th. Because these are big laps. This is 2.5 miles. Whoa. And it's not like Daytona. And it's not even like Indianapolis, because Indianapolis, you don't slow down that much. See, here we're down into the 150s. Indianapolis, you shouldn't be slower than the 160s in the turns, even at the end of a run. And because we're going slower, we have to hit the gas to accelerate. If you're at Daytona and you're hitting the gas, and you know you're hitting the gas to maintain your position in line, is different than if you're slowing down 50 miles an hour and then accelerating up from 150 to 200. It uses a little more gas that way. Another strategy would be, now that they're all on old tires and I'm on fresh tires, I can shoot through this field and get to the front. But at the same time, that might hurt my overall plan. So we'll be conservative. Alright, we're still faster than these guys. Just not, you know, might be a couple tenths faster instead of half a second faster. We'll just need some patience. It's a long race, 50 laps still. And, you know, we're in it for the long haul. We want to win. I'm in 4th gear. I covered the brake. It's a little tighter in the center because I'm in 4th gear. And it doesn't slow down as much, so I have to use the brake a little more. So I'm looking at the tire wear, and I see I was right to put a full pound in the right front, because it's still running just a tick loose. But it seems to have helped the left front also, so we got the balance better on the car. So a little more. Oh, and another quick caution. See, now everybody's pitting. Everybody's pitting, but I'm gonna pit. This is a track where it doesn't pay not to pit. Okay, now we just. Essentially what happened is everything equalized. Now we're all back to where we were before, and we still might be a gas mileage race, but we're add another half pound there. We'll do that. Okay, so it's a race. I got 36 laps. And we have 30 to go, yeah. So everybody should be able to make it who pitted. I didn't look to see if anybody stayed out. So now everything changed. Everything changed, and it looked like we had a slight advantage. And then it changed again, and we are back to basically the same kind of chance that we had before. Well, nothing gained, nothing lost. Except we might have made some chassis adjustments that might benefit us. Feels a little better. Is that a 56.3? It's turning better. Yeah, I tightened it up and it's turning better. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. Now I feel faster than these guys. Came in there too hot. But we're all on equal tires, so if I don't lose the handling, I might have a shot to move up and win. But I think that my gear change helped me, but I think it's going to hold me back a bit on the front stretch. I can shift up. But I don't like doing it because I'm like on a new setup, right? So I'm not 100% of what it's gonna do when I shift a lot, and I don't want to find out during a race. So I'll just deal with it like this. I have like 10 years when you weren't allowed to shift. Oh man, that was bad. I just totally messed up the you know, when you weren't allowed to shift, so I hate when they do that. I entered too shallow, so I was too flat across the apex and in the gas a bit early, so I basically just, you know, put myself right in the wall. I was hoping I'd be past them. Wow. See, if you get out, I forgot. If you get out of the groove in turn 1 or turn 3, like I did before, yeah, you there's no grip. So you just get tight. So no one to blame myself for this predicament. I could still use some more right front. Oh man, come on! Figures. finally. So I'm thinking I need more left front camber. Because I know a couple of changes back, I had made gains without it. But I'm thinking I need it. Whoop, damn. Okay, that was just me. I was enthusiastic because I was closing on the guy in front of me. And then I hit the wall and screwed it all up. And I put Chastain back in range to try and dive bomb me. Got too close to the curbing. Big block. Gained some space. Try and get back up there. Yeah, we still have too much wear on the left front. And I could feel it, you know, after about 5 laps or so, I can feel it's a weird feeling. And it's because we have, you know, a setup designed for 3 different turns. Laps to go. Yeah, well, I know I'm catching the guy in front of me, but I think I'm catching everybody. Let's just see what the interval of the leader is. That's when I'm not hitting the wall. He's a little faster than me still. Whoa. He's not that much faster than me. He's also got some draft help, or I don't. But a 10th is not bad. If I'm only a 10th off the winning pace, we can fix that, especially if I stop hitting the wall. Maybe not this race, but see, they're faster in turn 1. Yeah, that's something that bothers me. I'm not really sure why. So 4/10, half a second. That's kind of what I thought I'd be off from the leader. It's just early in the race, it didn't seem I was that slow. And it seems to be mostly turn 1. That was a 10th there, but that could be cumulative from turn 1 to off of turn 3, which is acceptable. But this part here, two tenths, 3/10. Well, 2/10 is 9/6, 4/10. Okay, see, look at that. Look at that. From the middle of turn 1 off, I'm losing all that time. I messed that up. We're going to lose more than a 10th here. Yeah, that's 2. So we gained a 10th through turn 2. So turn 2 is the only good turn. And you see we're not as good in 1 and 3. But we're not slow. Oh, see, it turns in well. I'm not quite sure why it doesn't get off as well. Oh, we got caught by something. Jeremy Clements. Interesting. Oh, you know what? I bet you he was caught up in that caution and pitted when I did. See that? So I hit the brake not to hit him, and it gets tight. I only got a 53 brake bias, so it's not my brakes making me tight. It's the aero and the car and the setup and... See, look at how they just pull me through here. There's somebody on pit road. Okay, 4% loose. That is another pound in the right front. You don't want to get too low under that yellow line because it'll hook you and spin you out. Yeah, the other thing that drives me nuts about this game with the AI, because it happens enough in real life, you know, like sim racing, with other guys, but is two cars tend to hook up, and then, like, you gotta pass both of them. And you might be able to get past one. In fact, you're sure you can get past one, but because there's two, you just can't get past the both of them. Okay, so Clements has left Gregson behind, and I'm faster than Gregson now. They are slowing down, but we lost a ton of time messing around. Yeah, it wouldn't turn. See, and I'm up here trying to get in the gas when I'm totally out of the groove and totally screwed myself, and let Gregson by, because I was done. So I know I'm going to slide up, so I don't want to slide up into him. I might be able to get by here. I think he's still there. Yep. Excuse me. Thank you. Bye-bye. Wish you could do that in real life. Wow. So I lost the handle in turn one. It's not just because I entered fine and it just would not hold. Yeah, get away from me. Maybe I can gap him here. So somehow turn 2 is now the only turn that I can gain any ground. I'm only 3 miles an hour slower off of 3 though. Oh, look at that. Look at how far back we are. 14.8. Yeah, so definitely not winning this one. Sorry to disappoint you. 12 laps to go, it looks like. Yeah, handling in turn 3 just turn 1 just totally went away. Okay, I got a little bite there, so I was able to get on the gas a little earlier. And we got a little bit of 5 and 59. 6% loose now. So we gotta shore up that right front. I guess that's what's happened. I haven't been looking in turn one because we've been around cars, but I think I'm just now, you know, I lost all the side bite in turn one here. Yep, both of them are going up. And we're 15 degrees hotter on the right rear. That's hurting me here too, but not as much. Yeah, and catching the leader. And we're down in the 140s in turn 3, so even though we're good down the straights, we're too slow off. We were almost at 55-second lap times. We still might be able to gain a spot or two, but we learned a lot. We learned we're not as bad as we thought, and we learned something that we have to fix, an area we need to work on. Yeah, my fastest lap ever here is a 53.2. And that was during a race with draft. So, and I hit a 53.6, which I believe is the fastest I've hit by myself in this car at Pocono. So, we made some gains, just not near enough. We made some mistakes, not near enough. Oh, I totally blew that. We can pull it out. Nope. Yep. Let Gregson come in a couple attempts. See, I can feel they're slowing down, and I wanna hit the gas, but I can't get on it as fast as I want to. I think I'm now faster than the leader, but I'm way too far back. Turn one, look at that. I was aiming for the black spot to be next to it. The sign. See, for handling, I need to wait like an extra beat before I get on the gas. But because of the straightaway, I need to get on the gas to wind it up enough so that I'm fast enough down the straightaway and not losing a ton more speed or time. That was a slide. Yeah, well, I'm not as fast as I fell off. I was only faster than him for like one lap. And then I fell off too. Yeah. Wow, it turns in really well, and I'm not used to it, so I'm not driving it right and losing more speed in turn one. That's because it's, you know, so loose. And look at the right front. Look how low it is. It's under 200. See, that's bad. Got to pump that up. I'm 10%, so for every 2%, that's a pound. So it's like a ton, which suggests maybe I have to make a complete change to this setup. Stable though, I mean, as far as consistent. It's consistent, I meant to say. It's stable. It's just not 100% all around. And on old tires like this, it's not bad. It's a lap car ahead of me now. Well, at least we're on the lead lap. Five to go. Oh, I gained a 10. It's because I'm learning how to drive it. And they're probably still slowing down. My rule of thumb in turn one is never be slower than mid 140s. They slow down because they accelerate faster. So it's like they have a cheat. You don't accelerate as fast as the AI cars do. So when you turn their difficulty up on tracks where you have like this and short tracks and stuff, you tend to have a distinct disadvantage. And gearing doesn't always make the difference. Some tracks like Martinsville, yeah. But Pocono is not one of them. But it'll be over in a few laps. So I can feel it not biting, so can't get on the gas. I'm working. Sliding. Ah, that was terrible. I should have been past Mills. But I'm feeling weird now. I'm feeling weird stuff going on. I'm not just loose. It's a handling thing. It's not aero either. Two laps. See, it's like when I get down in the turn, it doesn't want to go around the corner in turn 1 and 2. I'm fighting it the whole way around. And that's even when I'm on fresh tires. It's just less pronounced. See, here it's good. It's all about the slidey. And then turn 3, it's like the first half, it's fine, and then the second half, it's kind of weird. I'm gonna get past hill. Last lap. I get past hill anyway because they drive so fucked up. Adventure were faster than Brandon Brown, but we're too far back and driving too bad. Yeah, just a little bit. Oh, well. It wasn't a total disaster. This is, like I said, one of those tracks. Well, we had good speed for the race. The circumstance and track position did not put it in our lap today. So our apex was what? 4th place? Yeah, Pocono is one of those tracks that I'm not 100% how I have to drive it in all the spots on the track where you could be in traffic. I haven't gotten the setup figured out enough where I can go in high and come off low, or go in low and come off high. I'm pretty much driving it, forced to drive it the way I can keep the speed up the best, and that's not always the best way to, to do things. But it is faster than the last setup I brought here, so that's good. I have raced well at Pocono before. My best finish racing or gas wasn't a factor, because it almost always becomes a factor. It was second. Yeah, I'm gonna win it, but yeah. I ain't gonna go into the details, but it was a wreck off 3. Just didn't end well. I know somebody's still mad at me for it, even though we're friends. I was racing him, and we got together off 3, and I don't really understand why we got together. It was, it wasn't a lag thing or anything. It's just the car changed. I was following him for a long time, and I had gotten by him before. I knew I could get by him. But I waited till it counted, because he's a really good racer, hard racer, and a sneaky bastard. And the best way to beat guys like that is you pass them like as close to the checkered as you can. So last lap out of turn 3 seemed like a good idea, but I guess it was not good enough that day, and the car just wouldn't take it. When I turned left, go under him off 3, like you've seen me do like 20 times today. So we passed a lot of cars. again and again. But again, you know, I understand this is a process, and Pocono was a track that I might not have had a great handling car, but I wasn't that slow. So I was always, you know, like, I mean, probably a top 5 car most of the time. So I didn't put too much work into Pocono because I just couldn't figure it out. You know, it's like, it's one of those tracks where you do things that will work at every other track, and they will not work at Pocono. So I haven't cracked the code as to what I got to do to be fast at Pocono yet. We're getting closer. We got a much better handling car than I ever had here. 53.4 was the starting time. That was John Hunter. So we will we'll have to keep plugging. I know I don't like the split on the front tire PSI to the rear tire PSI too much, because then it makes it unstable. So I might have to redo the whole setup, which is very tough at a track like Pocono because the laps are so long. You have to put so much time into it. So these are all considerations when you're working on it, you know. Like track like Michigan, which is up next. Yeah, it's a big track. It's only a half mile smaller, but you're at full speed the whole time. You know, you're like, you know, you slow down very little in the turns, and you know, it races more like Daytona, Talladega right now, just a little slower in the turns, and it, you know, so you can put more laps in less time. So that's why, like, a track like Pocono, a lot of times, if I'm going to work on it, this in Indianapolis is another track that's very long. Long times, almost a minute. You do ×4. You do it in ×4. And you make your adjustments. So instead of running, you know, maybe 50 laps, you're running like 12 laps or 15 laps. And, you know, just bear in mind that it's, you know, it's 4, right? So if you run ×2, then you're wearing your tires twice as fast. So, you know, if you're hitting the, you know, if you have 10 laps of gas and you're on ×4, and you normally can go 20 laps, you only go 10 laps. So when you get hit 5 laps, that's halfway through the run. So if you're getting loose halfway through the run, just, you know, okay, so I'm gonna be loose 10 laps in ×2. Yeah, it's math, but the more you do it, the easier it gets, and you can't really race without math. But anyway, thank you for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, comment, ask me questions, anything, and we'll see you next time. Thank you.